I would say that Arsenal had the better chances, they were the better team, and Chelsea were more like moments. They were sporadic. It was like this moment of individual quality is why they scored those goals. Garnacho gets 2. I just think Arsenal, like I said at half-time, they could play 2, 3, 4 times better than that. I'm not sure if this Chelsea team can. I'm really not. And that's not a Liam Rosenior thing. Yeah. That's a squad ability thing. I don't know if they're at that level yet.
It's definitely a work in progress. It's new. I think there's still more to come from it. I think that the players are still trying to work out what kind of manager Liam Rosenior is. That plays a part. The individual man-to-man management plays a part as well. But when I look at, like I said, I've seen them try and play out the back before under Maresca. They weren't good enough. They started a Premier League season like that, and everyone said the blueprint to beat Chelsea is press them. Because, one, their goalkeeper will make a mistake. They're not good enough to play out the back. It's very slow and laboured into midfield.
He's only had 6 days, though,
yes.
So are you sure that this is the way that he's going to play, or is he maybe leaving things as is to get a bit more time on the training ground?
I think that's the intention. Especially when you do it against Arsenal there, when you're trying to play out the back like you did, you can see, OK, the intention is there now of what they want to do. He wants to play out the back, and that's going to be his style moving forward.
They've got Champions League and that coming up as well. There's no additional week to week.
There isn't.
When you're at the level that they're at, it's 3 days game, 3 days game. So there's no, it's not like it's going to get a big portion of time to get
anything done. It's not a pre-season to work on it. And the reality of it is he knows he has to win games. And when you look at it as well, Maresca had to go away from it because Chelsea weren't getting the results. And then all of a sudden, from them trying to play out the back, they started to be direct, go forward a lot more, get Cole Palmer with the ball higher up the pitch and start to be a lot more effective. He's gone back to what they were doing, which was a problem. You could see clearly they look uncomfortable. They don't look like they've got the idea fully patterned down yet in how they want to play out the back. They played a number of risky balls in midfield where Arsenal said,
you know, if we're being 100% fair, no Reece James, no Caicedo, no Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
So maybe with your better players, it would look better. I just don't have the confidence. I said it at the start of the season, I'll say it again now. When you've got that goalkeeper in, you can't tell me you're serious about being in the Champions League or being in the Premier League. You can't. The mistakes are continuous. I know he had a short period where he's done OK, but over the totality of when people show you who they are, believe them.
I thought the whole game, too, just to summarize it real quick, was a very, very sloppy game by both their standards.
Yeah.
Chippy, late tackles everywhere. It was not clear what they wanted to do. Arsenal's side with the most clean sheets, one of the best defenses in the world. They leave Garnacho on the back post on the weak side alone for 2 goals. That was very uncharacteristic of them as well. They had chances to put the game away. They didn't put the game away. So I think from a results perspective, they're like, OK, we're on the road. We get 3-2. But from a performance perspective, I think that was probably one of Arsenal's more poor games. Saka, he mentioned before the game to Anita that maybe Saka hasn't been at his best. Saka was nowhere to be found on the day. It didn't affect the game at all, unless I'm missing something. And there's a lot of big players that didn't really affect the game. So it was overall a sloppy game, and probably result-wise, Arsenal will be happier, but performance-wise, maybe Chelsea have a lot of positives also to take from it by hanging around in the game.
I think that's the way I'll describe it as well, because there's moments we're watching that and you're looking from both teams, especially in that midfield area, they're just giving uncharacteristics ball away so cheaply, so easy, so many fight balls, which we don't expect for these sides. Again, you talk about the personnel as well. Timber had to go and play left back, and normally he's a right back, and Ben White's coming, which is no surprise why those goals come there, because he hasn't been playing regularly enough. Troy made a great point about Lewis Skelly's on the bench, and the fact that he's not playing, that they've had to put Ben White in and Timber on the opposite side, that plays a part where you start to question maybe Lewis Skelly as well now, and he's involved in this Arsenal side.
Here's a look at Arsenal set pieces this season. Nothing new. Obviously, we know how good and how dangerous they've been from dead ball positions, 24 in total. You would think that teams, Grella, are super aware of how dangerous Arsenal can be. I guess it's harder said than done, right?
Yeah,
to defend it.
Yeah, 24 goals from set pieces. Some teams that are playing in Europe at high level don't have 24 goals all season. So that's saying a lot, and it's a big part of the game. Now, everybody knows it's an in-swinger, right? We know that. We also know what they're going to do. They're going to pile numbers there. The problem is that it's difficult to defend because the delivery is so good and because the bodies and the desire for the guys in the back post to go and head it. Gabriel's missed like 4, by the way, and he scored a few, but he missed another big one today. Actually, I don't think we show it, but missed another big one where he's alone at the back post. It's difficult to stop. Personally, I think that you need to man-mark them. Because the zone, when you're standing in a zone and they're just coming, getting a running start and jumping all over you is difficult. You need to man-mark them and not make it easy for them. And your goalkeeper has to be super confident, super aggressive, that he's going to go out and punch it. Nigel makes a great point. Why not cheat a little bit too? put a couple guys forward and see how they respond to that. So even if you do catch it, if you're the goalkeeper, you hurt them going the other way. You want to pile all your guys up in our box? Fine, we'll leave a 2 or 3, like Nigel says, 2 or 3 forward. When we catch it, we're going to go the other way and see how they deal with it.
100%, that's what I'll do. Life in itself is a gamble. You've seen what Arsenal can do. You see how much of a threat they are. I will take a gamble now to say, right, we're going to see what you do. Let's play a little bit of chicken here. We've seen Monaco do it to them, where they leave 3 up and put players up there and say, right, you're a goalkeeper, you can catch it. I'm giving you responsibility. Any ball now, position yourself the right way and catch it. I guarantee Arsenal will not commit that amount of men forward if a team B's brave and puts 3 up there. Because we've seen it so many times, and we've seen a team do it, and it works. And it didn't work against Monaco. When Monaco were brave with them in the Champions League, they left 3 up. Arsenal weren't as effective when it comes to set pieces. You've got to be more brave and willing to take a gamble. Because if you leave it like that, with the aggressive defenders that they've got who are willing to attack anything and want to score goals, with the quality of the delivery, and if you've got your goalkeepers half flapping at it and your players not willing to attack the ball, you're only asking for trouble.
It's not only the set pieces, though, is it, that they've been so good? They've been good going forward, Troy, this high press. We'll see a couple of the clips in just a second, because they put so many numbers forward. They put Chelsea in really uncomfortable positions today. Yes,
but this is the great part for us is they go and get after you, right? But why don't you just miss the press now? Go into the striker, go into the wide players, have one of them come down, one of them running behind. But everything, if you look, is all in front of Arsenal. So while the press is fantastic, look at the places that they're playing. It has to be perfect to get out. And the second it goes in front of them, I just think it just says to Arsenal players, go on then. And again, look, he's just toe poked it out there. This is Sunday League stuff that you're saying.
I don't want to take anything away from Arsenal, I understand that. But when you look uncomfortable like that as a team playing out the back, intelligent players and good players would say, we can press them. They could tell already, being on that pitch, you can tell from the first couple of times they try and play out, these guys ain't comfortable in it. Right, you step up, squeeze. And Chelsea made it easy for Arsenal to press them. For me, that he is not the goalkeeper that's going to take you to that level. He did have a little period of consistency, but this is the problem there. Where when you're talking about top goalkeepers, in big games like that, I mean, you can't defend him in that one there. I just have no idea he comes. He just doesn't ever look comfortable under crosses. Chelsea just still look vulnerable, whether it's Maresca or Liam now that's the manager. Looks vulnerable defensively. And this, for me, bread and butter, he's got to catch that. That is bread and butter of goalkeeping at any professional level there.
But Nigel, when you talk to Sanchez, you don't talk to his abilities, i.e. is he good with the ball at his feet? Is he a good shot stopper? Because he shows you in the game he can do that. It's mental. And the best goalkeepers are the ones who can stay mentally focused all the way through. And if you're any team in any league, the ones who win normally have a goal scorer that can get you 20 plus, but a goalkeeper that can save you in big moments. And he keeps showing you who he is. He keeps letting you down. It's mentally. He like switches off. The bigger the game, the bigger the moment, he normally would be like, OK, that's the one we're going to worry about. If I'm an opposition coach or a player, I'm going, cross it, put it right on him. Just put it on him. Keep making him make mistakes.
Yeah, he looks uncomfortable.
He's the exact example. You know when you say you want a keeper that just does the basics, and then he doesn't have to make the save. Hopefully, maybe we'll show it, because we did him a little dirty in that pack right there. But hopefully
we didn't, because it actually happened.
But
we didn't make it up. It wasn't AI. He did that.
Yeah, exactly. But we didn't show the save he makes. It was one of the best saves I've ever seen, where he makes himself big and he puts his foot out and he kick saves it.
Did he save that, or did the ball get kicked out?
The ball got kicked out. That is goalkeeping.
He does well.
He's come out and made himself big.
That's an incredible save. You can't take that away from him.
He's come out and made himself big.
I'd rather him not make that save and make the fundamental saves. I need to know if my goalkeeper's coming out, he's not flapping at things. That is, to me, is you can put preparation for the game. You can play so many facets of the game well. And if your keeper's coming out flapping at things, or he's not getting his footing right, or he's not aggressive, and those kind of mistakes happen, they're so deflating. When you've worked that hard and you look back and you see a goalkeeper coming out waving at stuff, it's deflating. It kills you.
And also, as someone that used to be in the zones as well when I played, if I want to hear my keeper scream, like away, he's coming, whatever it might be. I played with Aurelio Gomez, Ben Foster, guys who were not the best goalkeepers, but they commanded their area. And when I'm in there, I know, right, if I'm in the 6-yard box, anything outswinging, that's me. And if it's inside this shoulder,
that's the goal.
They're going to go take it.
Does
And
it make the defenders overcompensate as well in some ways, and then everybody's thrown off?
And now you started to think as well. Remember, you've already got that aura there that Arsenal are so good at set pieces. Now you've got an extra added anxiety that comes. I'm not sure whether this guy's going to come or not. So every single time that the ball comes in the box, it's like it's 50-50. I hope. I'm wishing. You want to be certain that I'm going to go and head that, and I'm going to take care of it.
From a defensive standpoint and attacking standpoint, when you're in those situations, one of the best and most important thing is having leaders in your team. And what do Arsenal have? They've got two defenders that are absolute leaders who believe that they're the best defenders in the world. When it comes from a defensive responsibility, they'll have everyone organised, whether it's their strikers or luxury players. They'll be shouting and know what they have to do. When it comes from defensively, they'll be organised and making sure their goalkeeper's comfortable, making sure everyone's got their job done and willing to attack the ball. Chelsea don't have that. That's the thing. They don't have that vocal leader as well to take that responsibility. And Reece James, who probably would have, obviously was unavailable today.
Well, one player that did keep the tie alive tonight, Garnacho, he had 2 goals. Here's a look at his night. He came in off the bench and he really, he provided balance to this team, Nigel, and also just a bit of reassurance as well.
Yeah, it's been an upside, I don't know, it's up and down.
He's another one. Is Sanchez as a left winger? He's another one.
He's one of those ones where you just don't know what you're going to get with him. But on a night like night tonight, Chelsea are very grateful to get the good Garnacho. Comes in there in that back stick there. You always tell the young wingers, come in at the back stick when the cross is coming from the opposite side, because you can get tap-ins or very easy goals like this. But he takes it well because of the composure that he shows. On another day, that could have been a Garnacho that puts that wide over the bar. So that changes it. And then this one there, again, great composure shown, great technique. Just takes his time, hits it down into the ground, makes it very difficult for Arsenal defenders to react. 2 goals coming off the bench, making an impact in the game. You can't ask for any more than that.
Yeah, but again, here's another one. I think Chelsea have got too many of these players. Like, again, look here, the most goals and assists in the competition this year. You have to say fair play. Again, a couple of those did come against Cardiff. So, you know, it swings and roundabouts in that regard. But I think if you talk about raw talent, the kid's got everything. He's quick, he can score goals, goes past people, get assists. Mentally, can you do it week in, week out? He hasn't been able to show us that yet.
Mental, and then also adding the football intelligence to it. Because we always use that so much about football intelligence. And what people have to understand is there's a level where you can tell players and give them the foundation. There's another bit where players have to take responsibility to say, I've got to show my personality to understand. Understand the defender that you're going against. Understand your actual ability that you have, what makes you good, how to use it in different games, but also knowing you have to have an impact in the game. That's something that he needs to learn to do.
I agree with that, but I disagree to the point where if one game you're 8 out of 10 and the next 3 games you're 3 out of 10.
But isn't that Chelsea in general?
But that's what I'm saying.
Chelsea's so inconsistent.
But then they're buying talent. They're buying talented players. So how do you structure that and give them a framework to be the best version that they are? Liam's obviously, that's what he's been tasked to do. When I watch Garnacho week to week, I don't know which version I'm going to get. I don't know which version of player I'm going to get. When I watch Sanchez in goal, I don't know which version I'm going to get. When I watch João Pedro now, a friend of mine, I don't know which version I'm going to get. So you have all of these young, talented players. You need to go and break the mould and go, right, let's get 2 or 3 experienced guys in there, ones that we can rely on, and go, right, teach them the ropes. Teach them what to do, how to do consistently. And until they do that, in my opinion, they're not going to win.
But are they going to do that?
No.
It feels like it's a one-way direction now for this club, right?
They're not. They've shown everyone what their blueprint is and what they want to do as a football club. And I agree with Troy. Until they do that, it's not going to get better, because there's only so much a manager and coach can do on the sideline. We can sit and watch the game, and we know, watching the game, watching the pitch and how these players interact, that's a natural leader there. Because you need a leader on the pitch and a senior player who's going to get these guys through it. And they don't have that right now for where they want to be and where they want to compete.
You'd said at the beginning of the game you're going to go away to Chelsea tonight and get a win. Maybe you would have taken it, but given how the game unfolded and that they were 3-1 up at one point, maybe he's wishing things were a bit different.
Yeah, but me and Gwella were just talking that even when they play poorly, they still win. That's their superpower this season. That they haven't played great and they're still getting the job done. They're still winning games. So I think, yes, you can look at it now from a managerial point of view and go, right, what tweaks can we do? What things can we do better? But also, he didn't bring Eze on. He didn't bring Madueke on. He's still got attacking options on the bench. Still getting the likes of Kai Havertz up to full speed. So he'll be very happy. Also, didn't even have his first choice goal at Raya. He decided to make a change. So for me, so much more positives for Arteta that he could just tweak things. When you're tweaking things, I think that's easier than wholesale changes. When we look at what Chelsea had to do, can they play out from the back? Is this the keeper that we want going forward? Who's going to score us the goals consistently? There's so many much more bigger questions for Chelsea than there is for Arsenal.
Don't you think you'll have any frustrations, though, Nige, making so many changes at the end and losing, 3-1 to 3-2 is a big difference, isn't it?
A little bit disappointed, but not too much. I think Troy just summed it up perfectly well. I think that he would still believe in his players, and I think that there's an arrogance inside of him where he knows his team could still have taken the game to another level or two if needed, and they didn't have to, but they got the job done, and that's all he'll care about, and he'll be on to the next.
What do you think, Grell, is the biggest difference for Arsenal this season? Is it the maturity that you're seeing?
Yeah, maturity. They don't normally concede a lot of goals, and they're good on set pieces and all these things that we talk about for sure. And most of the time, they're difficult to play against. So, I think the biggest thing, like Troy says, is their superpower. Is that even when they're bad, they're good. And they still get the job done. Like this before. Tell me if you look at the starting 11 from Arsenal, who had a good game? Like who had a phenomenal game where you said, "Wow, watch that tape over. That was fantastic." Some okay performances, they still get the job done, and it probably could have been 4 or 5-1 at some different point. So. They take advantage when they can, and even on their average nights, they still get the job done. I think that's a sign of a very good team.
Mm-hmm. Would you say they're the favourites, Troy, in this competition? Obviously, you would say it's going to be difficult for Newcastle to overturn that tie against City. So if you think about them maybe making it to the final, would you still favour Arsenal? I
think you have to. I think that they're two completely different teams. I think Arsenal are functional. They get the job done. They're just a steamroller. They're just going to keep going. I think with City, I think everyone likes them because their approach is we're going to score more than you. We realise we're not great defensively. We realise we're going to lose the midfield battle now because we don't have the legs that we once had. We're just going to score more than you. So it makes for a really good game. I think Arsenal will be favourites at this moment in time.
How many trophies would you say Arsenal's going to win this season if you all had to...
Don't sit on the fence.
You sat on it last night. I'm glad you're on the fence this time, so you can go on to that.
I think for it to be a successful season and there's progression, they have to win at least one. But I think in the position that they're in now, they would look at trying to win 2.
And how many do you think they'll win?
I could make an argument they don't win any.
Then make the argument then.
OK, I think City can beat them. I think if City beat them in the Carabao Cup. So basically, what he wants me to do is do the job for everyone. Don't speak. Give me 10 minutes. No problem. So basically, what's going to happen, what I think could happen is Man City win this one, breaks the spirit, right? And obviously, now they've got over that line, they've got over the hump. You just heard William Saliba talking about how his pockets were empty. So they're clearly trying to win something. Can they go out in the FA Cup? Of course they can, because they're concentrating on the Champions League. Do you think they're the best team in the Champions League right now?
No.
There you go. So there's an opportunity for PSG to be better, for Bayern to be better on those days. So they could lose that. If you start to lose those games, you lose Declan Rice to injury. They can lose the title. I've just done it all. Go to a break. We don't need them.
I'll tell you what. She asked you who's going to win, right? How many are they going to win? And you get it wrong. Then after they clip in, they tell you you're stupid. That's what I was trying to stop you. Don't go inside.
No, it's all right. Listen,
and you went right inside.
I've got a T-shirt being made. Troy said it 6 months ago. That's no worry. So they'll all catch up.
They win 2 trophies. After spending 5 years with you, I think I might have to. They win 2 trophies. They win the Carabao Cup and they win the Premier League.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what they will win, if I'm honest. I'm with Troy a bit.
Wait. We're not doing that.
Can I finish?
He's just hammered me. No. Don't sit on the fence. It comes to him. Oh, I don't know what they could win.
I don't.
It's like talking to my wife. She wants all of this, but she don't want nothing.
Cup competitions, you know that anyone can win a cup competition, a final.
That's what I just said.
Can I finish then?
Please.
Anyway, I think for priority-wise, for this to be a success, I think it either has to be the Premier League or Champions League for Arsenal. Premier League, they're leading the race, but I still feel Manchester City can catch them up. Champions League, I don't still feel that they're the best team. That competition has shown us it's running into form.
How many do they win?
Nigel, come from under the table. Hey, come on, there's a show for the rest. Come on, say something.
Do you know what? In all honesty, I've got a feeling with Troy. I just don't think they're going to win anything this year as well.